Hey everybody, John here with Retired Renegade Adventures, and it is the 6th of July. It is Arizona, it is hot, but I am out free range exploring, and I'm going to go taking a look at more of our agriculture area between Interstate 10 and Interstate 8. I have just pulled off of Salome Road. I've explored that area going the other way. That's one of my favorite spots to go. But we're going to go down Harquahala Hollow Valley Road, which is across the freeway, and see what there is out there. Never been down that way. It is where a lot of our agriculture is. It's nice and green, so let's go. That was quick. Harquahala Hollow Valley Road turned off to the right. I went straight. Pavement ends, and that is like I like it. Now off to the right here, you can see lots of crops growing, even though it's the middle of summer. So last time I did one of these agricultural trips is when I found Arlington and the old Calypso Dam. So I'm hoping I find something interesting on this trip. If not, I can mark one more road off my list and move on to the next. Well, I am all the way out at 491st Avenue and Salome Highway, and there's a turnout that says back to Tonopah, Hassayampa, and Buckeye. But right on that corner, I found a really old, abandoned pair of creepy buildings. So we're gonna go check those out real quick. Almost looks like stalls, like this was a, gas station maybe. I mean, it has the overhead ramp, but I don't know, maybe I'll find some evidence in there what this might have been. Okay. These look like metal. They are. This has been abandoned for a long time. Even still got an old chair in there. These look like they might have been bathrooms, and I hear it buzzing. Yep. So maybe this was an old service station. Maybe. Back in more of this area's heyday. Careful with all the bugs. Oh crap. I don't want to make them mad. It's a long run to the Jeep. Well, the roof collapsed a long time ago. You can see over here too. I have not seen anything left that even remotely shows a date. I mean, these bricks aren't horribly old, so rest in peace, Lizard King. This might have been a house part of it, but it's got double doors, so maybe more like an office. Bathroom here too, and that's it. I'm assuming that this was part of the building too, and all the bricks have been knocked down, and maybe that was bays to work on something. No clue. Like I said, now like these shingles aren't horribly old, so I'd say this was all standing. Oops, there's a date. That looks like 1965. So 50 years old? Wow, a lot happened to this place in 50 years. 1967, 1967, 1967. Okay then. Well, we know when at least the most recent it was. Alright. Let's get back to the Jeep and see what else I can find. Interesting find. Well, I'm back on Blacktop again, right next to a power plant. I think I'm still on 491st Avenue. I mean, other than knowing kind of where I was, I really have no idea where I'm at. I know I'm between Interstate 10 and Interstate 8 on 491st Avenue, somewhere near Salome Road, but oh, okay, onward. Well, I kind of answered my question. I'm at 491st Avenue and Courthouse Road. Usually they name it after something. I just wonder where the old courthouse is. Left, right, or straight? I'm gonna go left because of that mountain range over there. Let's see what's that. Well, this is Saddle Mountain, and it is BLM land because I saw something that said about a 14-day permit. Well, talks about who passed this way, so there may be some Native American significance here. So this looks like a good opportunity to do a little of exploring. I don't want to carry it too far, mainly because it is June in Arizona in the desert. So I got plenty of water. I just passed civilization, so I could hike out if I had to, but I would prefer not to. So anyway, I've passed this place a few times off in the distance from the interstate, and I've always kind of been interested. Now I'm here, so now I'm going to take a look. Well, I'm out doing what I do best, off-road in the dirt, seeing where the trail takes me. So interesting so far. Very rugged. Not hard on the Jeep, but at least I took the rack off this time, so it's not beating itself to death. Not competing with any noise. Look at the view. Those are nice. Scary, actually. And they really kind of rise out from nowhere, because this is really the only mountain range in this area. This trail is taking me back in. I can't see that they wouldn't have tried mining back here somehow. But I also know, just by how this is, oh, that's an interesting cactus. See the split finger cactus? That's kind of cool. Stop in here. Well, this has been a lot more than I anticipated. I didn't think they would have a trail that goes all the way back into the middle of this saddle, but they do. And I am taking my time because this is all new territory for me, so I'm just taking it all in. Okay, I am at the end of the trail, as far back as it's going to let me go. And this is, oh, I'd say awe-inspiring when you look at this view right here. That's crazy. So many different things to look at back here. There's some caves I saw, and you can see the valley that I was talking about. the agriculture off in the distance. And even though it's a Saturday, I realize it's summer, which has probably slowed this down, but there's nobody back here. And that usually seems to happen to me a lot, because I always find the road less traveled, literally. But I took it as far as I could take it. I might do some hiking. I saw some caves that looked interesting, and just by the nature of what this looks like, I could see Native Americans living in this area. So I might have to do a little exploring and see if any of the caves might have been inhabited, at least from what I can see. The old girl's been good to me. Not gonna jinx myself, but no problems even in the heat. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water, and then I'm going to slowly make my way back out and see if there's anything I can see, and maybe do a little hiking while I'm here, and then I'll call it a day. Just to show that this wasn't really all cupcakes and kittens, it is still four-wheel drive to get back in here. Even in the heat, there are two spots that are within hiking distance that I wanted to check out that looked interesting. One is up here because I can see the darkness, so it looks like there might have been some cutouts or series of caves up here, so I'm going to check that one out. And then there was another one further back towards the way out, so let's go see what's up here. Well, I made it to the first one. I can definitely see that animals have used this for shelter. But I don't see any evidence of human habitation in the distant past. I'll still look around a little bit, but this would have been used as temporary just to get out of the rain, but it's not big enough to have lived in, so. But that's always hard to tell from a distance, and that's where the Jeep is, downhill, and it looks pretty small from here. At least it's downhill back to the Jeep. I climbed a little bit higher. Wasn't going to, but I did, because I wanted to go ahead and share the view from the saddle of Saddle Mountain. Now, you got more caves down there. I'm not going to go explore those because it's just too freaking hot right now. But this is where it gets its name from. And right below me here is a deep trough, and that's the actual saddle itself. But where I'm at gives you the best view. Pretty spectacular view. Definitely remote and rugged. So I'm going to put this away so I can have both hands and my walking stick to navigate my way back to the Jeep. And then I'll decide if I want to go ahead and do my second hike. Well, that's the other set of caves right there, and I don't think I'm going to hike to it. I don't think it's right for having been a shelter for a very long period of time, and it is really getting to warm right now, and I don't want to be that guy. So I'm going to back out of the desert here. Well, this is about 3,500 feet up, I think, was the height of the peak. We're down below that, so I'm probably at 2,500 to 3,000. Still, it's hot, and I just took a hike, and I don't need to stress my system, so I'm going to get out of the desert, or mountains, or whatever you want to call this, and call it a day. If I find something else before I sign off, I'll definitely share it. Well, it's time to say farewell to Saddle Mountain. I appreciate you all coming along for the ride. I will be coming back. I have a lot more to explore. This is the other side that I wasn't on. Like I said, this is BLM land, so I could actually camp out here for up to 14 days before I had to move. That is a solar farm right off to the north of where we're at. Again, thank you all for coming along, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye now. I'll take a slow dive through here. This is very interesting. I'm at the cutoff of Salome Road and what would be heading to Buckeye, and I ran into what is truly an abandoned little ghost town, farming community, whatever. And it's not just one building, there are several buildings, and granaries and a few other things. Again, by the bricks, maybe the 1950s, maybe the 60s, like that gas station or whatever it was, but those windows, 1950s. This is really creepy. Just when you thought you were done with your adventure, you just find something really wacky out of the norm. This pretty much qualifies for that. Okay, and that looks a little newer. I have no idea what this would have been. And then let's not forget the granaries over there too. Maybe it's possible that town was abandoned when Palo Verde nuclear power plant went up, because that's only a couple of miles away from where I was just at. That's it, right?